This videotaped interview is one of a series of interviews begun in 1988 by the Alternative Farming Systems Information Center at the National Agricultural Library in Beltsville, Maryland. My name is Jayne Gates, and I'm the coordinator of the center. Through interviews with people who have provided leadership and inspiration in the field of what is now known as alternative or sustainable agriculture, the series records the recollections of influential pioneers actively working today. Using modern technology, we are adding to a historical record of concern for farming practices and their effects on the land that goes back centuries. Here in the library, you can read 500 Points of Good Husbandry, written in 1580 by Thomas Tusser. Tusser's maxims include remarks about the overburdened land being clean out of heart, recommendations for the rotations of crops, where barley did grow, lay wheat to sow, yet better, I think, sow peas after drink, and then, if ye please, sow wheat after peas. Tusser also made observations about human behavior, which hasn't changed all that much either. It's gratifying to add to the record of concern and action by listening to people still dedicated in this, the end of the 20th century, to the philosophy and practices of farming this earth sustainably. Today, Thursday, April 7th, 1994, we're in the Special Collections Room of the National Agricultural Library in Beltsville, Maryland. Our cameraman is my colleague Ron Hamilton from the USDA's Office of Public Affairs. It's our pleasure to be interviewing Jayne MacLean, a person uniquely qualified to make observations about the overall picture of sustainable agriculture in the United States, and in particular the role of the United States Department of Agriculture in that movement. I'll explain what makes her position unique, but first a little background. Jayne came to the library in December 1970 after completing her master's degree in library science at the University of Maryland. A native of Worcester, Massachusetts, she's a graduate of the College of William and Mary, where she earned a BA in English literature. Jayne held several positions in the library prior to becoming, in 1985, the coordinator of the Alternative Farming Systems Information Center, a position she held until her retirement in January 1993. In this position, she knew and worked with many other pioneers in the field, and she's acknowledged to be one of the first USDA employees to actively support the sustainable agriculture movement. Jayne has other interests, such as the Council on Botanical and Horticultural Libraries, where she served as secretary for 7 years and as president in 1990-91. She's received numerous certificates and awards here at the library, and in 1990 was named Safe Food Trailblazer by the Center for Science in the Public Interest. I could go on, but we want to hear from Jayne. She's the person to explain LISA, a now historical acronym, and the role of the SAN, another acronym, but an active one, a very active one today. And well, without further ado, I'll just say it's a particular personal pleasure for me to welcome Jayne, for I had the honor of working with her from 1988 until her retirement, which, like sustainable agriculture, isn't conventional, but I'll let her tell about that.